It seems like the Dodgers like to go streaking, right? They won their first 8 games of the season, and now they've lost 3 of their last 4. Nothing to panic, but the Dodgers are starting to show some cracks in the armor. Hi, everybody. I'm Jim Rodriguez, and welcome to your Tuesday edition of Dodgers Latest. You can always hit me up on X and Instagram at JRodShow. And last night, the Dodgers went to the White House, met with the president, had their ceremony there, lots of pomp and circumstances on Pennsylvania Avenue. And then they went out and played the Nationals, and the Dodgers, in a word, didn't look good. They lose 6-4. There was some fight to the team. Shohei Ohtani had a game. We'll get into that later. But what really seems to jump out at you is how poorly the Dodgers are playing the game of baseball. We've talked about it here on Dodgers Latest. They've had some base running errors, but what jumps out, 7 errors in their last 6 games. They had a 3-error game against Atlanta, a game that they won. You kind of, pushed it under the rug, but 2 more errors last night. 7 errors in their last 6 games, and they're really on routine plays. Mookie Betts got eaten up with a ball. Miguel Rojas got eaten up with a ball. And even Dave Roberts went on to say that, listen, when the Dodgers won their first 8 games of the season, they really weren't playing all that well. So it's something that definitely has manifested itself, and when you're losing, and when you lose 3 of your last 4, you wonder why that happened. Well, 7 errors in 6 games, and a startling, the Dodgers have allowed 10 unearned runs this year. That is the most in the big leagues. 10 unearned runs, and maybe if it's a byproduct of it, 12 stolen bases have been snagged against Dodger catchers. 12 stolen bases. Well, maybe it's unfair to blame it on Will Smith and the catching course because you steal bases off of pitchers as well. But 12 stolen bases against the Dodgers. 2 more last night by Washington. So something to keep in mind as we look into the rest of this series in Washington if the Dodgers can clean that up. They just have not been playing good baseball, and maybe it's exposing something that they need to clean up. Start of the season, Mookie Betts, remember he lost all that weight trying to get back, playing a very difficult position at shortstop. There really aren't any, pitches or innings off you could take at shortstop. So the Dodgers trying to get back into the win column, and they'll try it against tonight. One guy who seemingly has not been affected by all this, Shohei Ohtani. Have a night, right? He was a double away from a cycle last night. Kept the Dodgers single-handedly in the game. It's already his second 3-hit game of the season. Remember, some people said that game in Miami when he went 5 for 5 and set the 50-50 mark, 50 homers, 50 stolen bases. Some people were saying it's the greatest game ever. It's the greatest individual game ever in the history of baseball. I don't tend to disagree. But he didn't have a cycle in that game. Remember, he got thrown out trying to stretch a play. He didn't have one last night. We're still waiting for that. But the Dodgers need Shohei Ohtani. And tonight, it's going to be an interesting game because what is going to be tonight? Well, tonight's going to be a bullpen game. It's going to be a very bullpen game. Look at these names right there. Justin Robleski pitching for the Dodgers and Brad Lord pitching for Washington. Now, Justin Robleski, you remember him from last year. He's a left-hander. He's up now from Oklahoma City. He's taken over for Blake Snell, who got put on the 15-day injured list with inflammation. He got into 8 games last year, did Robleski. He had 6 starts. He was 1-2 with an ERA of 5.70. So he'll take the mound tonight. We'll see if he takes the mound again. Remember, Snell is expected to miss 2 starts. And Brad Lord will be pitching for Washington. Now, he is an opener. He made his major league debut this season. He's pitched 2 innings this year. This will be his first major league start. But again, I figure this will be an opener situation as the Dodgers and Nats will get into the bullpen situation. And really, we'll probably have a bullpen game tomorrow because the Dodgers have not announced who their starter will be. Washington will have more of a traditional starter in Jake Irvin. He will pitch tomorrow. And remember, tomorrow's game is getaway day for the Dodgers. It's an earlier start. It's 1 o'clock on the West Coast, 4 p.m. in D.C. as the Dodgers will make that long coast-to-coast flight from Washington to L.A. after the game tomorrow night. The Dodgers will start a homestand on Friday night. They'll take Thursday off. Friday night. Hopefully Freddie Freeman can be back in the lineup on Friday. He's eligible to come off the injured list. It's also Freddie Freeman bobblehead night on Friday as the Dodgers take on the Chicago Cubs. All right, so today is April 8th, 2025, and it's a historic day in Dodger history, in Braves history, and in Major League history. That's right. Today, 51 years ago, April 8, 1974, Henry Aaron hit home run number 715. He did it against the Dodgers and Al Downing, the great call by Vin Scully. Number 715, passing Babe Ruth on April 8th, 1974. It's amazing. That's 51 years ago today. And for the Braves, I know the Dodgers aren't playing Atlanta, but this day is also special in the sense that 20 years later, April 8th, 1974, Kent Mercker, on the same day Henry Aaron broke Babe Ruth's home run record, Kent Mercker for the Braves pitched a no-hitter on April 8th, 1994. It's the last no-hitter in the history of the Atlanta Braves. You know, Maddox, Smoltz, Glavine, all the great pitchers they've had. Kent Mercker has the last no-hitter in Atlanta history. And where and who did he do it against on April 8th, 1994? Of course, the Los Angeles Dodgers. Good times. Hopefully the Dodgers can clean it up. Happy you're with us. Listen, subscribe, hit us up. Loved your comments. It's Dodgers Latest right here. Thanks to Fan Arch. I'm Jim Rodriguez. Hit me up on X and Instagram at JRod Show. It's always time for Dodger baseball. Dodgers hoping to get back in the win column tonight.